tuto arikuba bawa. Moyuba Olofi, Moyuba Olorum, Moyuba Olodumare. Moyuba Oboegun, Toko Laba, Lerito Kun Kimbelese, Olodumare, Obaramei Remi Herrera, Ogundafun Botata Gaitán, Periquito Pérez, Iretun Terní, Verdado Roja, Veo Morales, Ochepaure, Verdadito Roja. Obedica acá, obedile Cundo Sevilla, Oturaira, Gapito Piloto, Oturazar, Pío Cárdenas, Babá y Orbe, Raudía Nazacó, Nelson Monteagudo, Kibae o Funleni Cheito, Oye-Cumpa que Ochean Mando el Monón, Kibae, Ogundaleni Efín Gómez, Odison Ángel Gómez, Carlitos Begüeñe, Kibae, Ibayen Trun y Bori Boché, Rigoberto, Ocanazá, Marino Peña, Ocanahuete, Marqueti, Beto Sacana, Kibae, Ibayen Tonún, Atandá, Añabío Bailú, Jesús Pérez, Girardo Rodríguez, José Antonio El Cojo de la Rosa, Argosa de Pancho Quinto, Obatile Mi Puntilla, Regino Jiménez, Fermín Nani, Kibae Bayen Tonún, Gustavo, Oni Shango, Andrés Chacón, Kibae, Pepe Calabaza, Kibae, Ibayen Tonún, Enrique Chancleta, Kibae, Ibayen Tonún, Amelia Pedroso, Oni de Miami, Seita Baldeo, Chun Yemí, Teresa Polledo, Kibae, Ibayen Tonún, Ogun Nique, Lázaro Ross, Felipito Alfonso, Equileti, Echubí, Pedro Saavedra, Kibae, Ibayen Tonún, Octavio Samao, Bardimelli, Nicolás Valentía Angarica, Obatala, Kibae Ibayen Tonún, Maximiliano da Changobí, Oshun Nique, Felipe Palucha, Kibae Ibayen Tonún, Polito, Nené, Pupi, Obardele, Polo, Ochagüeye, Camona, Latuán, Echudina de Solá, Venerando Alfonso, Juan Jimagua, Alfonso Elegua, Ochadino Caría, Ochungüero Este Blanco, Ochun Darí, Fey La Serra, Tino Mío, Eugenio Rique, Ibae, Ibayen Tonún, Timbelese, Olor Dumare, Susana Cantero, Feminita Gómez, Nélida, Owotoló, Hecho Ayer Chunguere, Manuela Carecaballo, Bidón Gilla, Omiati que Mindalia, Almagro, Eleque, Mirujía, Kibae, Ibayen Tonún, Panchita Cuba, Juana Betancur, Oya, Bumí, Olga La Tamalera, Eustaquia, Eustaquita Kibae, Ibayen Tonún, Timbelese, Olor Dumare, Bobo Edgun Toco Labá, Bobo Lugos, Omoañá, Obases, Babalochas, Iyalochas, Lerito Kun. Barazuayo, Omonia la Guana Mamaqueña Irabueque, O Barazuayo, Eke, Echo Dara, Omonia la Guana Mamaqueña Irabueque, Barazuayo, Omonia la Guana Mamaqueña Irabueque, O Barazuayo, Eke, Hecho darán. Omonia la Guana Mamaqueña Irabueque. Hecho Elegua Hecho Elegua Elegua la mofonibare Elegua la go. Hecho Elegua Hecho Elegua Elegua la mofonibare Elegua la go. Hago Elegua buquenque, hago Elegua la buquenque, hago Elegua buquenque, hago Elegua buquenque, a buquenque, a la buquenque, baba Elegua de Mazanquillo, a buquenque, a la buquenque, baba Elegua la topa un lobo, a buquenque, a la buquenque, ogundere, arere. ile bombo lokua, ogun guanile, oke walona. Ile bombo lokua ogun dere arere. Ile bombo lokua, ogun guanile, oke walona. Ile bombo lokua ocho si, omo allí lo da a la malade. Ocho si, allí lo da a la malade. Baba ocho si, omo allí lo da a la malade. Ocho si, allí lo da a la malade. Sire, sire, o de masa, ore, ore. Sire, sire, o de masa, ore, ore. Chambeleque y boro, o de masa, golona. Chambeleque y boro, o de masa, golona. Chambeleque y boro, o de masa, o de fa. Chambeleque y boro, o de masa, golona. Oinle, 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 ay, 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 oinle, 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 adache, oinle, 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 ay, 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 oinle, 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 ay, 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 oinle, orichaoko afefe ira, oitani mo wibo kumaribo, orichaoko afefe ira, oitani mo wibo kumaribo, modenio. Ara ellos, Richao mío, ara ellos, de viarao como me llamará, viarao como me llacota, viarao como de mío, ara ellos, Richao mío, ara ellos, bioko, bi, ayalao, bioko, bi, ayalao, paele cupele y fa. Eriki maele kumpele ifa, eriki maele kumpele awo, eriki maele kumpele ifa, eriki era de Oshun ochamila pamigo, era de Oshun ala umba chauro, era de Oshun ala umba chauro. Era de Oshun, dale koyuyemi, ofenikia, 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 yeyeo. Era de Oshun, lare, lare, eco, lare, lare, eco, lare, lare, eco, lare, lare, eco. Oma, oma, oke, oke, yeye moro. Oma, oma, oke, oke, yeye moro. Oma, oma, oke, oke, ofe y coherima, ya lo de la tenite. Ofe y coherima, ya lo de la tenite. Ofe y coherima, ya lo de la tenite. Ofe y coherima, hache a la ea. Hache a la ea, hache a la ea, hache a la ea. Hoy le queremos de, hoy le queremos de, hoy le queremos de, hoy le queremos. Cabo, Shango, cabo, cabo, cabo el sileo, cabo, 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 cabo sileo. Erupina cabo, Shango cabo, cabo, cabo sileo, cabo, 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 cabo sileo, mofo yu borere, mofo yu borere, mofo yu borere, mofo yu borere. Mofo yu borere o, Shango topando la ye. 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 Ule ule iroko, Tiro coro que a la maína, ampaña, michichi. Oru osaya la mala de harina uka, kama o harina uka, kama o harina uka, chango kama o harina uka, kama o harina uka, kama o harina uka, kama o harina uka. Chango motiawa, motiawa, chango motiawa. Okororo, baba, okororo, baba, okororo, baba, okororo, baba, chango motiawa, motiawa, chango motiawa, 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 okororo, baba, okororo.
OCHAREO, Ada Che, Chenife Chocún, Chenife Maru, Chenife La Ocha.
Hi everyone, welcome to our channel OCHAREO. Today we want to talk about the Dilogun Obara Tonti Obara. Welcome everyone, this is the live stream in English for everyone that they couldn't participate in the Spanish one. Thank you for joining us. It's important that you have the possibility to connect yourself with YouTube. It will be so much better because we can see your comments, and also it's better for everyone. When you make your comment, please try to let us know from where you are, because even though the Odum talk with everyone, it depends also in the area that you live, that you have different possibilities to do the bosses and all of that. And the comments always are welcome. Your question too, even though for some of you something is easy, for other people in our community, they don't know about that. So if you have any comment, please ask about it and make the comment, because in that way we can help the other for the question that they have. This Dilogun Obara Tonti Obara, this is the Odum that maferefun in it, Elegua, Shango, Oshun, and Orumila. It's important for the person that has this Odum that receive you our faga or you ikofa os Orumila. Because when you have Obara Tonti Obara, Orula helps you a lot in so many different ways in your life. Even though the godparent or some people talk with you, you don't need that, you need it. Even though you have crown Ocha, you need Orula in your life too, because you have Obara. When we see this Odum in Ita, for men, for example, that they have Obara Tonti Obara in so many different Orishas, the Orisha is telling him that he's supposed to do Ifa. So that's why it's important to have it. Also, this Odum is the Odum of the stones. We talk about the stone in general. So the person that had this Odum, most of the time, you can see that they have the lightning stone that we reinforce Shango with that. They made like a chain and they use it. If you cannot make a chain, you can use one lightning stone in your handbag, for example, or in your pocket. But it are supposed to be consecrated in a ceremony. So people that have this Odum in Orumila, for example, if they don't have Ocha yet, they can have it like a talisman with them, because here the stone is so important. Some people take the bowl, for example, they put in the bowl in the house different stone from different places, like a river, a sea, the forest, and all of that. Take care of the stone that you have in your Orishas too. And sometimes you can smear them with a palm oil in your hand, for example, with honey. Talk with Shango or any Orisha that you have less Obatala. If we have this Odun, for example, in Obatala, we just use Ori, cocoa butter, and honey, and we talk with Obatala because in this Odun, we can see later in the Patakines, Obatala Ayaguna, speak in this Odun too. There are so many people in our religion that can Ocha that have Obatala Ayaguna, that the Odun that they have in the guardian angel is Obara Tonti Obara. This is the Odun that we need to be so careful with the fire. So never let any candle unattended in your house. Try always to take care of them, to put in a safe vase or container to avoid fire in your house. If you are, for example, cooking in the barbecue or something like that, be careful, don't get burned. When you're going to eat something that is the prohibition, is the odum, is that you need to cook the meat in the best way that you can. Okay? Don't eat meat with blood. Obara is the odum that when we talk about this odum in Ita, we advise the person that you are supposed to control your tongue because the tongue can destroy everything in your life. Like, for example, never lie because the lie becomes true. It is not the case that you need to save yourself because this odun advises us that the king doesn't lie. It's the odun of prosperity in life about the person has knowledge. The person that has this odun is the person that is so smart. But you need to use your head and as well work hard and learn about everything that is possible because this is one of the odun that the person need to take advantage of your brain. You need to study, you need to prepare yourself because most of the time some people that have this odun say, oh, I have this odun, but I don't see that I accomplish anything yet, but you don't prepare yourself. Even though we have a great odun in our Ita, it's important to work with it. So we need to study, we need to prepare ourselves, we need to know what a bosses and what we are supposed to do in this odun to achieve everything that we want. The Orishas, they go to help us, but the rest is in our hands. This is something that we need to know. This odun talk also about Egum, that Egum is important to attend Egum. It's important you masses because Obara Tonti Obara is the odun that everything is in there. The good and the bad. Also the spirits and the Orishas. Everything is in both hands. It's Obara Tonti Obara. It's the, how can I say that? Both of them get together. So when we have the odun that is double, it's different than when we have, for example, Obara Tonti Obara or Barairoso, another odun. Obara Tonti Obara is the odun of knowledge. It's the odun that talk about the kings and queens that we're going to see in this live stream. When, for example, we have this odun, something that we can do too, is to try to learn different language. This odun advise us that if you, for example, know English, try to learn Spanish and vice versa. Because it gives you the possibility to be a great teacher in your life. You are supposed to guide people that go to follow you. Most of the people that have this odun, they crown so many people in their life because Obara talk about the evolution of the stones. Even when people, for example, in our religion pass away and we see this odun in the ceremony of Itutu, the Orisha stay with one of the family members in Ocha that they want to stay, they don't leave, and it's for evolution. So Obara is important here, the stone is important to take care of our Ocha family and talk with them, because this Odun specifically talk that you have a great relationship with your grandmother, your grandparent. Never talk about them, because you can make a simple comment to someone about your grandparents and the people flip it up that comment, and then later you are in trouble. This Odun is one that you need to be careful with who are you talking and about what are you talking, because people could involve you in different gossip and situations that you even had knowledge about it. Something else that don't dress in red. This Odun, the red color is for Shango, Cabezile, Alafi, Kisieko, because the red attract araye and problems to you. So the best color that the person could use if you have this Odun is light color. Any color that you want, but light. Don't use black and don't use red. This Odun tell us that it's important when we see Obara Tonti Obara to do an ebo. When we sit in our itases, a lot of Obara and Obara and Obara, we do an ebo with corn meal that we put it in the different corners in the house. And also sometimes that's why it's important to save some humiero from Obatala to refresh the door and the place. We sprinkle for around our ibodun to refresh, because this odun is the odun that we always need to do an ebo. Even when we do the ebo of the estera, we do the ebo of Obara Tonti Obara. When the year pass, there are an special ebo that the priest do to you to refresh this odun, because this odun is a hard one. Okay, but if we do the ebo and we follow the advices of this odun, you don't going to have any single problem in your life. Something that this odun advise us as well is that we are not supposed to sign any property with anyone, because today he is your friend and the person want that you sign with him a property, a car, whatever is the case, but later the person don't pay and then you are in charge of that. So in the Obara Tonti Obara, you are not supposed to be a cosigner for anyone, because it will be a problem for you tomorrow, even if you have properties. Okay, try to don't put any property in the name of someone else, because later you will see that you cannot recuperate this property and then sell, and then you have some issues with the person. In this Odun, when we talk about Egun, here Shango in this Odun, he had a lot of problems and he didn't have even food. He didn't have anything in Obara. So one day that he was in the forest, he saw the land and he hunted. And he started to cut this land, and the spirits that come from heaven, they need someone that guide them in the earth. So they saw the smoke of the land and they follow up and they saw Shango and they told him, we need that you guide us in the earth. But Shango told them, how could I guide you? I don't have anything. And they provide him with everything that he needs. The horse, clothes, everything that he needs. And when he went to the village, that the king was advised that someone comes to the village with an army, he got afraid of that and he gave Shango the kingdom and he became a king. So this Odun is telling you that today you are poor, and tomorrow you could be rich and vice versa. It's important to attain Egun. We have an ebo that we do with Egun in this autumn because today we are so mechanic sometimes, and we do the ceremony and we don't save anything. When we are in the ceremony that we feed, for example, Shango or Yemaya, because the land is in the ceremony, it doesn't matter if it's for Shango or Yemaya because they eat together. Anyway, you can save a leg of the lamb. And then later, when you have time or you have any situation that you want to do an ebo with egg, you cook this lamb with a lot of spices thing, made spices. And then when you cook, you put something for egun. You take a plate for egun and another plate for Shango. Try that Shango be a little away, from Oya, but you serve both of them. You like two candles to Shango and one candle for egun. And you pray for everything that you want. And Egun go to help you like Shango. Together, these two energies go to help you to accomplish anything that you want. Even the skin of the land. The land, that is one of the animals that is the prince in our religion. So even the skin, sometimes we cut the piece of it, we cut and we put behind our door. This is to avoid that it could get into our house. Even in the car, in my car I have one. I have a piece of lamb. Why? Because the lamb avoid iku, avoid araye, avoid a lot of problems for us. So if you have the opportunity to get the piece of the lamb and use it, you can use too. Obara is the odum that always people want to get us in trouble. So to avoid any single situation, the skin of lamb is one of the talisman that we can use. Some people, for example, I prepare them with a piece of lamb. You put it in the bag with a ku, a yawa, do, and another ingredient. It depends on the knowledge of the priest, and they prepare the incheos or sign for you to use to keep you away of any single situation that you could have in life. This Odun is the Odun that taught that no matter the situation that we have in life, always we need to keep the faith in our Orishas and Olofi. We have the famous Patakin in Obara that Olofi invite all the Orishas and different Oduns and kings to go to his palace to receive the jewelry and richness and everything. He wants to give them a fortune like every single year. So people went to thank you. The people, everyone went to Para, but he told them that let Oshun and Shango know about that. Anyone want to let them know, anyone want to invite Shango and Oshun. And then when Olofi finished the party, he gave punky for all of them, the alleged day. So when they saw the alleged day, they said, but Olofi told us that he goes to distribute the fortunes and money and all of that. And he is giving us the alleged day. All of them, when they pass through the house of Shango and Oshun, they left the punky over there. Say, go take it, because they didn't want that. Shango and Oshun, they said, it is from Olofi. We take it, and we want to keep it in our house. And they
took all of them. What happened? That later they were so hungry and they didn't have anything to eat. And Oshun recommended Shango that they could eat along the day. And Shango said that. And when Oshun, she opened, she saw that he had a lot of diamonds, money, jewelry, and they became rich. So this Odun advise us that no matter the situation that we have in life, if you have this Odun, always you will be the person that go to make money. For so many different ways, the Orishas always going to help you. The person that had this Odun and had crown, for example, Oshun or Shango and had Obara, is the person that you always will be in evolution in your life. Never you need to be worried about money, because money is something that always the Orisha go to provide you with that. That you need to do is to attain your Orishas. In the case that we take the punky and we put the punky to Shango and Oshun, even though you have, for example, you crown Elegua or Ogun, if you have Obara Tonti Obara, the Orisha that will be helping you in your life is Shango and Oshun for evolution. So we have different Odun and different Orishas. And sometimes this is the Orisha. It's like, for example, that help us. It's like, for example, we have our parent, but the person that always gives us money and support us in anything that we want when we were a child was our aunt, was our uncle. This is happening in this Odun Obara Tonti Obara. Always Shango and Oshun will be behind, watching at you and helping you in anything that you want. That's why when we have this Odun, we do not eat punky. I like that we do not eat punky. We don't cut it. For example, for Halloween or anything like that, we don't do that. However, when we need to do an ebo and we need to offer it to our Orishas, at that time we buy the punky. Something else, because now I see that so many people are so afraid of the punky because they have this Odun. Often the priestess could be an Oriate or Alao, it doesn't matter. We don't explain the person. We don't take the time. That's why it's so important to take the time in Ita to give the person the right advice. You do not cut the pumpkin just for pleasure. You don't do that. But if you need to do the obra, you need to do an ebo, you need to present that to your Orisha, you can cut it. I saw so many different times the elders in Cuba that they open the pumpkin and they remove everything that was inside. You write down a letter, and in that letter you put, for example, palm oil. You put in the bottom of the pumpkin, and you are a ku, a ya, aguado. 6 or 5 pennies, it depends for the Orisha that you offer the pumpkin. You add, for example, black-eyed peas. After that, you put some money. You put also some pastries, amalaila. So you can, in this case, take the cornmeal and okra and mist. And you make this at the moon. You fill it up the pumpkin with cornmeal and okra, amalaila. That is the day that it have in Ocha. And then after that, you light one candle, just one candle for that Orisha. And you cover again the pumpkin with the top. It could be for example, for Oshun, Shango, Obatala. It doesn't matter. You have the Odun in this Orisha, you offer it to the Orisha and you ask for evolution, for anything that you want. Sometimes, for example, you want to get a new job, or your son want to get, for example, for some university, you write down a letter because this Odun is the evolution, and you present this pumpkin. When you finish at the 5 or 6 day, always try to take it to the river. But it's not that you go, for example, like some people do, and they go to the beach and they just throw away and say, oh, Chung, here you are. No. Take the pumpkin, get down into the river, sit down next to a river, put the pumpkin there. For example, you can add 5 pennies, some honey, and talk with Oshun for everything that you want. Because Oshun is the Orisha that here in this Odun receive the Aladimuses. So if you, for example, don't have a river, because it's something that happened, that's why it's important to know in one place as you living, that you can do is take it to the lake. For example, sometimes you have a lake close to you, and when you get there, you talk, this is for Oshun, please, or to the sea. Go to the sea, you live in there, talk with Yemaya. Yemaya, this pumpkin is for Oshun because you have a river close to you or a lake. You give it to Yemaya. You take with you 7 pennies, some melassas, and talk with Yemaya that you did this for the reason that you have. And you will see that you get everything. But when we work with the Orishas, we are supposed to talk with them to let them know. It's like when you light a candle, try to don't light a big candle like sometimes we do for 5 or 6 days and every single day. No. Try to take a little candle. And every single day you go in front of your shrine of this Orisha and you put the candle, you light a candle and you pray to Orisha. I want that you help me with this. The next day, for the consecutive day, you do the same thing and you will see the results. But it's important that we pray from our heart. Don't do something just for do it because I have any time I do it and that's it. No. Take your time that this is so important to get everything. Also, this Dilogun Obara Tonti Obara. If you have this Odun and you are a person that you have kids, it's important to educate them in the best way that you can, because from one of them you could have a salvation for all the family. Because here, Olofi, the Shango, he's one of his sons, and he asked Shango, I want to do a party, and I want that you bring me the best food that is in the world. So Shango, he went to the market, and he brought with him a tongue and present it to Olofi. And Olofi asked him, why do you bring me the tongue? He said, because the tongue is the best thing in the world. With the tongue, we teach people. With the tongue, we bless people. With the tongue, we talk with our soulmate. The tongue is the best. So Olofi said, you are so right. Yes, you are right. So later, day later, he had also a party in his palace, and he asked Shango for the worst thing. Bring me the worst food in the world. And he brought again the tongue. So Olofi asked Shango, why do you bring me again the tongue? You told me that this is the best. And he said, yes, it's the best, but also it's the worst. Because with the tongue, we curse people. We blaspheme about people. We go to the war. We lie. So the tongue is the bad thing in life too. And Olofi said, you are the smarter child than I have. And bless Shango. So in this Odun, we are not supposed to lie because the king doesn't lie. It's the Odun that the tongue is the best and is the worst. So when we have children, we need to teach them that it's important in life to learn about everything that is possible and support them. Because when you have knowledge in life, this is a chain. So sometimes we are in the OCHA room, for example, and we are casing and talking about some people that they are not present in there. That is something that we are not supposed to do. The tongue we are supposed to use in the best way, because something that you talk today could devour you tomorrow. Something that you talk about anyone could be bad for you tomorrow, and the people, they can use that against yourself. So try always to use the tongue in the best way that you can if you have the Dilogun Obara Tonti Obara. This is the odum that the speech of the person is great. The person here is the odum that the people follow you for the knowledge that you have, because Egun always is next to you. So you can find the solution for anything that the people don't find the solution. It's the odum that also always the Orishas will prove your faith. So, in order to receive the bless of all of them, try to speak in the best way that you can. Try also to educate your followers. If you are, for example, the person that you have the OCHA house and you have some God kids, try to educate them in the best way that you can, because it will be good for you tomorrow. Because today you are a godfather, but you got kids tomorrow, they will be a godparents too for others. So depends on how you guide them is the result that we could have in life. This is the odum that, for example, when you need to sign something, try to always, check out with the lawyer, is this an important document? For example, try to organize all your bills in file, because this odum, the person sometimes forget what pay or not, and you can pay the bill double. So it's important that you keep all the papers, the important papers that you have. Try to keep all of them as organized as you can, because tomorrow they go to ask you for something and you don't find the paper or the document, and you will be in trouble. This is something that we need to do. Is you have this odum, you need to know that when you, for example, you are to sign any important document for the house or something like that, the person is telling you that you don't have any problem, that you can sign, don't do it. Hire the lawyer, okay, and review all the little letter that is in there, because you can sign from something that tomorrow you can lose. So that's why it's important to check all the documents that you have. In this odum, like we talked before, talk about Obatala and Shango, Elegua, and Oshun. Shango, he had a lot of problems in this odum, because this odum, maferefun, Shango, and Oshun, but the rich Orishas in this odum is Oshun. The daughter of Oshun, or the man that had the Dilogun Obara Tonti Obara, had a lot of good luck in life. So Elegua, that saw Shango in that situation, he went to the palace and spoke with Obatala and Ayaguna, that he had so many different soldiers and properties. At that moment, he told Elegua, talk with Shango and bring Shango over here. I'm going to talk with him, and also will help him. So Elegua did like that. And when Shango get there, Obatala provide Shango with shoes, with ori, with a fun, and everything that he had. At that moment, Shango became in a business man. He went from village to village, selling ori, selling so many different things, and also earth. He took some Hawaii and Alamo, and he was selling earth also. But in that way, he could live little by little his new life because he didn't have anything. But he got one village that the queen was Oshun. And when he saw Oshun, he fell in love with her. And Oshun received Shango and she accepted him and they start to live together. So Shango immediately started to prosper in life and he was, the king of that kingdom too with Oshun and he had everything. But Obatala and Olofi, he started to have problems in his kingdom. So he spoke with Elegua and told him, I need the help of Shango. So I speak with Shango to help me. And when Elegua did that, Shango said, I don't have time right now. I am doing so many things in my kingdom, I cannot help Ayaguna. Ayaguna, he got upset with that and he cursed Shango. So, what this Odun about us and this Patakin, that when you have something in life, you need to be careful with who you share that because tomorrow the people don't be grateful for that. This is the Odun also that talk about gratitude, that the people don't appreciate what you do for them. Like you see here, Obatala Ayaguna is important. If you have this Obatala and you have this Odun. The person that has this Odun and have Shango and Oshun or have crown, for example, Oshun or vice versa, is the person that always you will have a good position in your life. But you need to be grateful for everything that the people give to you. Because at some point in your life, you have a lot of problems that you saw yourself without nothing. And someone help you, support you, and give you everything. So when you have, be grateful for all of them that help and support you at that moment. This is one of the Odun that we need to take care of Elegua too, that we see here in this Odun. The Elegua always go to support us and when we are in trouble, he go to talk with any Orisha to help us. So when we put any single Alandimu and Aldimu for any single Orisha, we put a little thing for Elegua and we talk with him to help us in any single problem that we have. This Odun talk about the kingdom of Shango and Oshun. But in my career like Oriate, the people in our community that have crown, Oshun and have Obara, they have a great life. You know what happened with Shango in this Odun? In this Odun, Shango provide his child with everything. But his child sometimes lost everything. Not because Shango want to punish you, not because Shango think the bad to you, no, because the person is so gifted. The person that have this Odun Obara is the person that have a lot of gift from Olofi, from the Orishas. Because this is one of the greatest Odun when we talk about evolution in life. So you get so confident that sometimes you don't want to do an ebo. You don't pay attention of the Orishas. You don't want to learn. You don't know, I have Obara. And if the person have Ire, more. Oh, I have Obara Tonti Obara. And Ire, Achekun Ota. No one, going to to defeat me in life. No, the people could defeat you because you don't pay attention on the Orishas. You don't attend them. You need to learn how to work with both of them, and you will see that you don't have any problem. But however, the person that has crown Oshun, because the Orishas that bring everything sweet, than sweet this autumn is Oshun. So when you have Obara, okay, lean on Oshun. No matter the Orishas you have crown, because the Orishas that bring that make everything sweet in this Orisha and help and support us is Oshun que requiere morir. The person that has Shango always avoid situation in your life. Be careful with the business. Be careful with some people that bring some business to your life that apparently they make you be rich, but at the end you will have problem with the justice. Because Obara talk about the justice too. That when everything that today is white and red and shine, tomorrow it could be dark for you. So that's why this autumn advise us that try to keep our life as best as we can. Try to prepare yourself to don't be in trouble with the justice or anything like that. In this autumn, talk to you about Yemaya and Shango. The person that has crown Yemaya and has Obara Tonti Obara. We need to be so careful with our mind, with our brain. Because in this autumn, Yemaya, she lost her memory. So even though tomorrow you could accomplish everything through your kids because they go to help you, we need to be careful with our memory. Because in this autumn, Yemaya lost her memory and she even know what happened with her, but she remembered that she had a son that was Shango. So she started to walk from village to village to try to find him and talk with him. And one day she got the palace, but the soldiers that were there don't allow her to get into the palace. So she sat down next to the door, and when Shango goes out of the palace because he wanted to hunt, he saw her, and he automatically feels something special with that woman. And when he approached her, he saw that was his mother. So Shango took Yemaya inside the palace and ordered his servants that provide her with clothes, with everything, and feed her. This is one of the autumn that the child saved the mother. So the person that had this autumn, Obara Tonti, always you go to save your parents and family. That's why it's important when we have our kids to educate them, because tomorrow they could save us too. This autumn is the autumn that talk about the blood, that the blood call the blood. So, if, for example, you have this autumn, or your parents pass away or something like that, they left behind something for you. Some people think no, because it's the money. Sometimes it's not the money. Sometimes it's the knowledge that they have. Sometimes they, when you think about them, they educate you in the way and give you something that go to help you during the rest of your life. So it's important here you have this autumn and you have crown. Yemaya specifically, try to help and support your kids. Try to educate them and guide them in the best way that you can. In this last thing we covered most of the things that about Obara, Tonti Obara. If you have any question, about this Odun specifically, it's time that you can ask us, ask me about anything that you want to know about this Odun. We have a bosses that we can do. We have also different herbs that we can use and some advice of the Odun that if you take care of them, you will be successful in your life. Because Obara always is productivity. Obara always may you bring to you evolution in your life, but remember that it's the hard Odun. So you need always to do an evolve in this Odun. Okay? You need to offer and put some at the music for Shango, Oshun, and Elegua. Receive your our father of Orumila. If you have it, Orumila has so many different attributes that we can offer to him. Even the Ochinchin, that is a simple one. But it's not, you can ask also, you got fire in Ifa about attributes for Orumila. That this is something that is important in this Odun too. Okay, thank you. Thank you all of you for to join us. If you have any question in general, this is the time to ask about it. Let me check here down this because sometimes they are comment and I don't see. I don't see the comment. But I see that okay, have a great Sunday. Enjoy. People that are watching later the reply of the live stream. You can make your comment and ask anything that you want, and we go to answer to all of you as soon as we can. Health, faith, and prosperity. Ya tú sabes. OCHAREO.